Yo, what's up guys? Nate here. Um wait, is this recording? Oh shit. Wait, what? Uh wait. Yo, what's up guys? Nate here. So in today's video, I'll be doing an evolutions tier list. You know, like I said, with like my job and university coming back, like less streaming but more videos, right? And I'm just like trying out these videos. I'm trying to make this as clean as possible. So, let's just start off with let's start off with the Evo Drill, obviously in the F tier. I feel like Drill is one of those cards to where it was so good in its prime. Like you guys don't like if you guys played when Drill was super broken, you just realize it literally went from being like one of the best cards in the game. I feel like it would be kind of like for like almost every Evo that got released, right? It was broken at one point, and now it's like some Evos are complete trash, and Drill is one of them. It's just not good. Like it's crazy to think that the normal base Drill with Snowball is so broken. We'll get to Evo Snowball later, but Evo Drill like as an Evo itself is complete garbage. And we're talking about Evo Lumberjack. These Evos won't be in order because I was trying to make it like really not fancy, but I just put all the Evos on top, so I think that'd be easier instead of like me dragging my thing up and down, you know. But yeah, I think for Evo Lumberjack, I'll probably be in the C tier. You don't really see it too much. I'll say you only see it in probably Lava, Giant, and Lumberloon. I feel like even this Evo was like super broken when it first got released too. Only one cycle for a 4 elixir card. I feel like you guys have already seen like the Evo Furnace, right? I get why it's an S tier probably, but I haven't played this season enough because I've been kind of busy. But I'll probably put Lumberjack in the C tier. I feel like it doesn't need a buff. It doesn't need a nerf either. I think it's just kind of balanced as an Evo, I would say. Let's go to Evo E-Drag. Honestly, I'd probably put Evo E-Drag in the C tier too. I think some of the Evos that I'm going to talk to you guys about is that Evo E-Drag is one of those Evos to where if you don't have a good spell for it, it can be the best Evo in the game. But it's not a game-breaking Evo either. I mean, when it first got released, I think it had like the infinite Evo, infinite chain on the E-Drag, so that's what made people think that it was gonna be broken and such. But honestly, I want to put it in B because I think there are a lot of better. I think there are a lot of better Evos in the Evo E-Drag. So I mean, you only see it in Golem. Golem's completely dead, I would say. I mean, they did buff Golem, but I think they like took back the damage because they thought it would be too much, I guess. So you only see Evo E-Drag and only in Golem, I would say, and pretty much Lumberloon. And I feel like those decks are kind of relevant, but not really so relevant, I would say. Oh yeah, I also be basing this tier list on like my top ladder experience, like seeing these cards, and kind of like mixing it with the casual base. So, of course, like these tier lists are like really based on my opinion only. No tier list is perfect. Even like Muhammad Lights or Ian Riley's, like we're all like any Clash Royale that makes a tier list, it's really just opinion based at the end of the day. So I feel like let me know what you guys think when we do get to the end of this. But then we have Dark Gob. Honestly, I'll probably put Dark Gob B tier. Oh yeah, B tier. I feel like last season before like the nerfs that it got, it'll probably be like a high A tier card, low S tier, but probably put it in B. Lobby was meta for what 2 seasons, and so many people cried about it, including me. So, I feel like I think there were only 3 log bait decks in the top 200, but we're not counting for like top 1K or even like top 10K, right? So there are obviously like more decks surrounding Dark Goblin, but you don't really see the Evo used too much. I feel like you pretty much only see it used in log bait, right? So, it's definitely better than Lumberjack and Evo Object in my opinion, even after the nerf that I got. So it's no longer infinite poison. I think it's only like 7 seconds now, but it would still be a pretty strong Evo. The fact that in log bait, you don't even need a princess, right? You can literally just run Dark Gob and it's Evo and be like super strong. So yeah, let's move to Diddy Cage. I would have its own tier, but I'm trying to be more serious in doing these videos. So I put Cage at like a C tier. Again, it's one of those Evos like where it's like meh, right? It's not broken, but it's not like too weak either, right? Because you only see what? You only see Cage used in recruits and lava. Otherwise, you can't really place it any higher. You can't place it any lower either because, I can definitely name some worser Evos than the Cage, but not too much explanation when it comes to Cage. It's a good concept. I mean, it drags troops in, but like you can still easily like DPS the Cage down to like make the troop pop inside the Diddy or no, pop inside the Goblin. Okay, no. You can basically HP the Cage down and the troop will pop out and like it'll still have some HP left. Unless you're a cycle player, then you just let it die, I guess. Or you can just like low log in the middle. So now we have I-Drag. honestly, I feel like people are sleeping on iDrag. You know, again, with like how the meta is right now, iDrag is kind of easily counterable. But I'm telling you guys, when I don't think we're ever gonna have like a balanced Evo evolution meta, but like once we do, right, people are gonna like realize like how good Evo iDrag really is. Literally, if you don't have an E-Spirit, like even I struggle against Evo iDrag, right? Because I have to use my E-Spirit or Ice Spirit delivery log, right, on top of Skelly Drags. And when someone goes Evo iDrag, like, and keep in mind that it doesn't reset, right? If it's on a target, it gets another one, it'll keep on melting it down. So unless you have like a rocket or like a fireball to knock it back, and even like just like a second and a half of it locking in your tower, it can do so much damage. That's why I'm gonna put it in the B tier. You guys could argue it could be C tier because Evo iDrag kind of like similar abilities, but I feel like iDrag can get like so much more value, and you kind of again it's kind of similar decks to where you only see iDrag in like lava. No, there's a lot more decks, right? You have it with a Magnite bait, you have it with Lumberloon, with lava. I mean, hell, you could put it probably in recruits too, and it would work as well. So I think it's definitely justifiable put in B, but like I can understand why you guys would maybe want to put it in C. But yeah, let's go to Evil Witch here. Honestly, I kind of forgot about the I kind of forgot about the Evil Witch nerf, but from what I've heard, it doesn't work in graveyard. It doesn't work in graveyard, but it's still a strong card. I honestly completely forgot it, so I'm just putting A tier. I feel like any healing concept, any healing Evo in the game just makes it like automatically A or B tier. But I mean, come on, dude, the Evil Witch. And maybe if I was a better YouTuber, I would tell you guys like what the nerfs were. But for now, I'm gonna put it A tier. I mean, I feel like even mid ladder players hate the Evo Witch, so I think it's very justifiable putting it in the A tier. So, okay, let's see. We're gonna go for the Evo Cannon here. Evo Cannon is definitely A tier, definitely above the Witch here. I mean, personally, guys, come from someone who uses the Evo Cannon. I know how broken it is. It's very broken. Yeah, Evo Cannon is very broken. You can't really justify like Evo Cannon not being broken. Maybe you could ask for another nerf from it, but I mean, it kind of reminds me of Evo Tesla, right? But Evo Tesla had like its one prime season or two, and then it got nerfed. But Evo Cannon has been nerfed like twice already, I'm pretty sure, and it's still an A tier Evo. I think S tiers only have one Evo in it personally, but again, this is just a opinion based tier list. So let me know what you guys think. I think Xe is. I think it's a B tier card. Xe is only really used in Hog, Bridge Spam, and that's like pretty much it. You might see like the occasional person using like that giant Bridge Spam deck with Xe in it, but again, Xe is one of those cards like iDrag, right, where it is a very good Evo, but there are a ton of other Evos that kind of outshine it right now. But I mean, I guess that I'm not really too sure like how relevant that boss ban and Bridge Spam deck is with the you guys like with the Evo Snowball with the Ghost. I think it's very annoying. So like maybe I feel like you guys would probably put it in like low A tier, but for me personally, I think it's in high B tier. I don't really see too much of Xe in like mid ladder. Okay, that's cap actually. You might see like Magnite Xe, but okay, maybe it could. Okay, I'm just gonna put in B tier because I'm trying to like have these cards based on like my top ladder experiences and how you guys like feel in the casual ladder. So like maybe you guys in the comments could like let me know what you guys think of Xe, but I probably put in high B tier. You could argue to put it in also low A tier as well, but that's just my opinion. And you have Evo Snowball. Yeah, Evo Snowball is definitely an A tier Evo. There's not really too much around to say it. It's just like okay, so like I said before at the start of the video, right? Some Evos were complete trash on release. Evo Snowball is one of them. One of the worst Evos of all time I've ever seen. But the balance team has buffed it so many times. And you could even argue that the base Snowball is better than the Evo Snowball. But I mean, it's just if you guys what's funny is that if you guys were watching last season, right? Asaf probably one of the best drill players of all time. I mean, Evo Snowball and drill is like guaranteed damage. It's really impossible to stop because even if you try to pre-log it, right? Or if you wait, it still gets a hit. And if you pre-log it and they like Evo Snowball, if you don't have like even if you have perfect timing, I'm pretty sure it's still like impossible to stop an Evo Drill Snowball. So and Evo Snowball's it's only used in Loon, Giant Graveyard, and Drill. But Drill was so relevant last season due to the Ice Spirit nerf. I mean, it just has to be an A tier Evo personally. But and they have Evo MK. I'm gonna put Evo MK in. I'm gonna put in the B tier. I'm trying to not be biased here, so if I was biased, I'd probably put in the A tier. But I think the Evo Magnite is very annoying, both on top ladder and mid ladder. But to be fair, you don't really see too much Evo Magnite either. I think it's very underrated Evo. Well, I don't know. Do people really? Do you guys really complain about Evo Magnite in the? I wonder if you guys complain about Evo Magnite in mid ladder. I think you guys do, but I think it's very underrated. I want to put an A tier so badly, but I think there's only like one Magnite player, or they were like actually no, they're 3 to 4. I think in the top 200. So like maybe you could argue to put it in the low A tier because I think Snowball's better than Witch, but I was to put it in high B tier. I honestly could have put it in A tier, but I'm trying to be like not biased at or trying to have like the least amount of bias as possible. So let's go to Evo Pekka. I'm gonna put Pekka as a C tier card, or like no, I'm gonna put it as a low B tier card. I feel like Pekka again. Any Evo that has a healing concept, I think is very dumb for the game. I mean, they literally said they would never add a. They literally said they would never add any Evo. They never add any healing concept to the game. And again, Evo Pekka is only good in that. Like you guys know that like the Walter deck, right? That deck is super toxic. But putting my bias aside, right? Evo Pekka is only using that one deck, right? So like I would love to put it in the A tier, but I gotta put it low B. I'm not putting it in C tier because I think Evo Pekka is still strong even after its nerf, even after the chef nerf, right? Evo Pekka will still be strong. Maybe you could put in high C tier because again, it's only the first week of the season, so I don't really know how it's gonna be, but I'm still putting in low B tier for now. Maybe after like I get all my Evos done, I can just check and then maybe I'll change a few things up. But let's go to Evo Wizard. I think this would be the first D tier card, to be honest. D tier is just it's for a select few, right? But Wizard's it's just a trash Evo, to be honest. I get the Prime Evo Wizard. Like if we all started with the prime of each Evo card, maybe Wizard would probably be like S tier, even A tier. There'd be so many cards at S tier, but we're talking about right now, right? Wizard is good for what it is right now. It's knockback. Maybe you could buff it to make it better, but I mean, you only see Wizard in what? I mean, I have a friend who runs Golem double Wizard. You guys don't believe me, but even he switched off it because it's complete garbage. So, I mean, it's using Sparky, mid ladder crap. I know this guy named Rambo. He runs Evo Wizard. Oh no, he doesn't run Evo Wizard. What am I talking about? Yeah, I mean, you have it in E-Golem, but I feel like E-Golem is dead to the Evo Furnace. Like Giant maybe. But yeah, okay, look, guys. Wizard is explainable itself. It's just a trash Evo, man. Like, that's all I can say about it. So, let's go to Gob Giant here. Gob Giant is kind of interesting to me. I probably put it at the. I probably put it on B tier too. Again, this is me trying to not be like biased at all. Again, I really hate the Walter deck. It's like super annoying. But again, it's only using one deck, right? You have the Pekka Gob Giant deck. You have the spam one with like Spear Goblins, but Spear Goblins have like got a massive like rework and nerf, right? So it's kind of hard to say whether it can't. It's not an A tier card. Maybe it is, but I rarely face Goblin Giant besides like that Pekka Gob Giant deck, like I said, and then you have the Gob Giant spam deck too. So I think B tier is a pretty fair rating for it. Would love to put an A tier, but I just don't think so. Maybe you guys face like Gob Giant decks more on ladder, but not, and maybe in mid ladder, but it'd probably be the same decks I face, right? The Pekka Gob Giant one, like the Pekka spam, like the Gob Giant bait one with like Double Dark Prince, right? So now you have Goblin Barrel. I think Goblin Barrel is also kind of a C tier Evo. Or no, I think it's actually I think it's a B tier Evo as well. I think most of these Evos might go into B tier, I'm not gonna lie. Because I think Barrel is a really good Evo, I would say. Even after the nerf that I got, right? Even though bait is not as relevant anymore, it's still pretty strong, right? Because even though the dummy barrels got reduced damage, I think people still like with all the spam that it has. Wait, actually, because barrels only using bait, right? So maybe you put it in C tier, like a high C tier. It's still pretty annoying, but I guess I have to factor in the Spear Goblin's nerf too. So I don't know how relevant bait will be now in this meta. I mean, it could be good, it could be bad, but yeah, I'm just putting a C tier actually. I think maybe if you asked me 2 seasons ago, I'd probably put bait in like an A tier, even like an S tier card. But I think the nerfs that I got are pretty fair, I would say. So You know, let's move on to Hunter. Hunter's like a C tier Evo, C, like kind of in the middle, I would say. It's literally only used in RG, and RG has, or RG, not RG itself has not gotten a nerf, but like the monk did, the hunter did, the fisherman did, and like I think there were like what there used to be, and in the top 200, right? There used to be like 10, maybe 8 to 10 RG decks, but after all those nerfs, you don't really see RG. I think Pedro was using it last season, but Hunter is still good for what it is, right? It still like does like it's still if you place it well, it can get like a lot of value since like it basically traps any. It can turn an air card into a ground unit, and you know the ground will just stay stuck for a little while. But I don't think it like it again. If you ask me like back then, like when before it got nerfed, I'll probably put like an A tier Evo. But again, it's only used in RG, so I think C tier is pretty fair. But yeah, let's move on to Evo Zap. Evo Zap for me is kind of debatable. I would put it A tier, or no, I would put it B tier. Because you see Zap in what? I use giant. Oh yeah, you see it in giant, Sparky, Lava, and Miner too. Like there was that Miner Golden Knight curse deck. So honestly, okay, never mind. Okay, I'll probably put in high B tier, either high B tier or A tier. But with how many? I mean, keep in mind, guys, Evo Zap used to do 3 ticks per hit, right? Or in its evolution form. So not only does 2, but people still like use Zap. I don't know the usage rate for Evo Zap, but I kind of get like why people would think that it's such a strong Evo. I mean, when I do face Zap, I kind of just, I counter most Evo Zap decks, so I don't really worry too much about it. But you also have Minor Loon too having Evo Zap, so maybe it is A tier Evo. Let me know what you guys think about this. It's kind of like hard for me. I mean, you have Magnite bait too, so yeah, I feel like I would either put it. I would personally put it in high B tier, but I think A tier is pretty fair for Evo Zap too. Yeah, let's go to Evo Battle Ram. I think another D tier Evo. It's pretty. You can kind of explain it pretty. Or you can explain it pretty easily, right? Evo Battle Ram is only used in Pekka and Burst Spam. I feel like it's very funny Evo's used. Like if you place it down, like your opponent has to respond to it. And unless they're like, have like a crazy counter like a Log, Ice Wiz, Evo Valk, and like a NATO, I think it's pretty hard to stop an Evo Battle Ram unless you have like an air troop. So definitely a D tier. You could buff it, but again, I don't think you want a burst spam meta. I would love it, dude, because I have block delivery, but I think it's just a D tier Evo. I think all the Evos in the C tier are definitely better than the Battle Ram in my opinion. So, but I feel like I don't know, maybe Battle Ram is like the GOAT of all Evos in mid ladder. So, okay, we only have 3, 6, 14 Evos left. All right, Evo Tesla. I'm gonna put this A tier. I feel like I use Evo Tesla too. And like, it's you okay, like let's say Evo Tesla is used in a lot of cycle decks. So you have Expo, you have Miner, you have Hog. Hog may use it sometimes too. Okay, no, I'm gonna put it in high B tier because I can't place Evo Tesla with Evo Cannon because Evo Cannon is just too good, man. It's just too good. And if you compare both primes, I think Evo Tesla definitely overtakes it, but I think I just have to put it B because I cannot put I cannot willingly. Wait, is that a word? No, I can't willingly put Evo Tesla above Evo Cannon in my humble opinion, of course. But it's only used in mainly cycle decks. You don't really see beatdown use it. You have Gabri, but he's like an RG one trick who uses Tesla for some weird reason. So I think high B tier. You guys could argue to put it in A tier too. Let's go to Wall Breakers. Easy A tier, man. Wall Breakers used in Mega Knight, any minor cycle deck. That's pretty much it. But I think again, I don't know these. I probably shouldn't know these buffs, but the buffs that Evo Wall Breakers got, it just makes it very good, both on offense and defense. Because back in the day, right, Wall Breakers when they first got released, it did so much damage. But it is kind of easily counterable, right? Because you can counter an Evo Wall Breakers with just a Log. If you have Princess Tower, and it can fully counter, or it won't fully counter, but you'll take one Wall Breaker hit. But I'm telling you guys, the damage it does on defense, if you know how to place it on defense, you just place it down on the troop that you want it to hit, or on offense, it's just crazy as an Evo. I know people have been asking for a nerf on it. I don't know about that, but I wouldn't mind if it got a nerf. But I really enjoy Evo Wall Breakers. I'm not gonna lie, as the Evo as itself. I kind of like the concept too, right? So you have a Evo Bomber. Evo Bomber is kind of a C tier in my opinion. It's using Golem, Giant. That's pretty much it. It's kind of like Zap, right? But oh my god, don't move it, bro. Wait, why am I moving it? Okay, oops. Wait, did I move it? No, don't move it. Wait. Oh nah. Let's keep this in. I'm too lazy to cut it out. But yeah, the Evo Bomberman, it's just, I think it's very underrated. Don't buff it. Don't buff it again, man. Because we all remember that when it first got released, I think Supercell wanted, or the team said that they wanted to make Evo Bomber not dead at arrows. Don't even ask me how a 3 elixir card or 2 elixir card should survive 3 elixir. But yeah, its prime was pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie, with the drill, bomber, NATO, but that was a boosted season. But yeah, I think C tier is pretty fair. I mean, maybe you could put it in D tier. I mean, high key, I could put in high D tier, to be honest, because it's only used in Giant, I would say. And Giant is pretty annoying, but it's only one archetype. I guess yeah, I can't really think of anything else that you face. And maybe you'll face someone using this deck in like mid ladder, but I mean, I would say it's still. So I put it in the D tier, but again, if you guys disagree, like let me know. I don't mind debating any of you guys, but you know, you don't have a top 10, so you can't argue with me. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, the Evo Valk here. I think Evo Valk is definitely an A tier. I think people kind of sleep on Evo Valk. You know, Evo Valk is used in Valk. Nice. Evo Valk is used in Valk. Great, man, great. Evo Valk is used in like Viper deck. You have Lava, you have Remy's deck too. More recently, Remy started using Evo Valk because Evo Knight is kind of just not a good Evo that fits in minor wall breakers. But I feel like people aren't talking about Evo Valk, right? It kind of reminds me of what I was saying before about Evo iDrag and Evo XE. I feel like once these cards find the right meta that they're placed into, people are gonna say, "Oh, Evo Valk is like S tier. Oh, iDrag is so broken. Like, why did they nerf it?" Right? It's kind of like that logic. But right now, I'll definitely put Valk in A tier. Definitely not better than any of these cards, but actually no. I think Zap is better than Witch, and so are Wall Breakers, and then I think Witch is kind of more in the bottom tier because it did get nerfed, right? I just don't know the nerf. And if I knew the nerf, then I would definitely, you know, rank it properly. We have Evo Ice Spirit. Yeah, Evo Ice Spirit is it's a low A tier. It's kind of crazy, right? Because I literally use Evo Tesla, Evo Cannon, so coming from me, this is an A tier card, obviously. With how many? I think it's gotten 3 nerfs, right? And it's still one of the best Evos in the game. Especially on defense. I can't believe that because it used to be one of the worst Evos on release, right? Because it used to be 3 cycles. Wait, isn't it 3 cycles now? No, yeah, it used to be 3 cycles, and it would only stun for like 2 times, I think. I don't know. But like its prime, 2 cycles, 3 stuns. Yeah, that was completely broken. I don't know why I ever thought that was balanced, but you know, I'm trying to be less and less trying to be more fair to you guys, right? But yeah, definitely it's an easy A tier. Evo Archers. I see, like, I know the card got nerfed. Like, I think I have to put it as C tier, right? I just think it's as strong, but if I put Dark Gob, okay, I'm gonna put these two next to each other because I remember the nerfs, but the Evos got like heavily nerfed, right? But the base form got buffed by a lot. So no, man, not now. I'm recording. No, you can't talk it out. I'm recording. Close the door. I'll be done in 20. 2 is fine. Just get out, please. I'm recording. Close the door. Yes, 2. It's okay, man. Yes, okay, please. I'm recording. Please stop. Okay, that's enough. Out. I'm just not gonna cut that, man. It's just, yeah. If you guys have a sibling, you guys will know. But yeah, the archers got a buff, right? So I think B tier is pretty fair. If I knew what the nerfs were, maybe I'd put it lower, but I think I mean, they're evils, right? So like okay, all I'm gonna say is that it can't be worse than Evo Bomber and Evo Wizard. So I'm just gonna put it in the B tier for now. You have Evo Bats here. I think Evo Bats are kind of, for me, I think they're a high B tier because I have Evo Tesla, I have Delivery, I have Evo Ice Spirit. But I mean, you guys, I know top ladder players find Evo Bats to be very annoying. I don't know how mid ladder feels about it. I mean, I feel you guys are probably sticking like freaking an Evo Valk XE Witch, so you don't really care about Evo Bats. But I think Evo Bats are used in, they're using Graveyard, used in Mortar, used in Miner. I mean, it's used in Lava Hound too. What else? It's used in Magnite Bait as well. So I think Bats are in a pretty balanced position. Would you say it needs a nerf? I don't think so, but it kind of depends, right? Because you can counter Evo Bats, but like let's say you're playing mid ladder, right? Or you hop on a game and your opponent actually knows how to use their Evo Bats, and you guys burn like all your spells, and the Evo Bats are really gonna take your tower, right? Because it's self healing. Like I said, I hate self healing concepts unless it benefits me. Hashtag no bias there. But yeah, I think Evo Bats A tier is definitely it's definitely a fair thing. And maybe Evo RG, yeah, Evo RG's that dude is a C tier card. It's good. I mean, to be honest, I hate RG, and I used to call for Evo RG nerf, but kind of seeing like what the balance team is doing, like they're nerfing the support cards of the RG, so that I guess, I mean, if anything, if you want an Evo RG nerf, you could ask for a knockback. Like it's knockback, not to be too crazy, because I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather face RG Lightning Monk than RG Rage. RG Rage is so infinitely annoying, especially when they outcycle you and you don't have the right response, right? They just go RG the bridge and then they rage it, and then literally, unless you have like a Pekka or Inferno Dragon, it literally just knocks like any ground troop in the game. Except for like Dark Prince, right? But Dark Prince is like a trash card and it's never gonna get an Evo. God, give Dark Prince an Evo, man. But yeah, then we have the Evo Skeleton Barrel. This card also got a nerf, but I mean, bro, how so you see like how I like to describe Evo Skeleton Barrel is that they basically put a Skarmy in they basically split up the Skarmies and they put it in two barrels. So basically it's basically a flying Skarmy that hits your top for 700 damage, how I describe it anyways. Whatever nerf they gave it, it's still an A tier card. It's still gonna be good. It just won't be game breaking, like I said. And then we're gonna go to Evo Knight here. I'm gonna give Evo Knight and a B tier. I feel like Evo Knight is kind of slept on. I would say maybe it's kind of more like in the middle end of the B tier, because you have Ice Bow, you have Graveyard. But the reason why Graveyard was so good because of the Evo Knight tanking, right? And you have the Evo Witch, so it's like maybe you could bump it up an A tier, but I don't think Evo Knight is really that good. Again, like if we went prime for prime, right? Oh, Evo Knight's definitely an S tier card of all time. That dude, you could literally chuck, you could literally chuck a rocket, a mirror rocket, and get back to another one, and that card would still stay alive, by the way. You literally chuck 20 elixir at it, and it literally would not die, even to like an eye drag back in the day, too, if you guys remember the prime Evo Knight days. I think I'm a top 11 with Evo Knight, so, you know, there's that, too. But yeah, I think Evo Knight's kind of like an easy B tier. I'm not really too sure like how good it'll be this season with like all the balance changes and all the Evo changes, but maybe Expo will use Evo Knight if Evo Archers are rumored to be like that trash, I would say. But we're getting close to the end of the tier list. And then we have Evo Recruits here. My bias, dude. My bias is telling me A, but I will put it in the B tier. Recruits is one of the, like, I feel like it's one of the most universally hated, like, universally hated cards. I mean, Recruits, you have Pigs and you have Spam. But I feel like in mid-ladder Recruits aren't really that good because people use so much Splash to where it's kind of hard to, like, you know, for Recruits players to win. Because, like, there are, like, a few good Recruits players. You have, like, Sharvit, you have Taha, you have Osama. Osama's probably, like, one of the best Recruits players right now in the game. I mean, I don't think Recruits was really that meta last season. I don't think so. Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay, no. I'm not gonna put a C tier, but I'll put a low B tier, right? Because Recruits is only used in 2 decks, right? And then you have like the random crap you face at mid ladder, but doesn't need a nerf, maybe. Doesn't need a buff. Hell to the no. Do not buff Evo Recruits, but again, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, right? So we have the Barbs here. Yeah, Barbs Barbs are an easy D tier card. It's not like the Evo Batterium, right? Barbs were so good in its prime, but that was, I think Barbs were like one of the first like 5 Evos in the game. So, but you only see it in E-Golem and Lava. So, I guess you could bump it like a little up higher, but could you really? I honestly don't think Barbs are a C tier. No, definitely a D tier card. Yeah, D tier card. There's no argument here. Could you buff it? Yes. Do I want an Evo Barbs buff? I don't know if I want to Evo Barbs buff because I remember a log delivery would not kill Evo Barbs, which is the most saddest thing ever. But also, you don't want that boy Invader getting another top 50 with Lava, so yeah, don't worry about that. And then we have Evo Mortar. Okay. I'm gonna put this card at a B tier, like a low B tier. You could high key, you could put the C tier. My reason is this, right? Mortar has what, 2 archetypes. mortar skeleton barrel, mortar miner. Those basically two of the same things, right? And then you have motorcycle with rocket. Motorcycle with rocket it's an annoying deck that counters me, but honestly, I would say if Evo Mortar didn't get nerfed, I would say it's definitely an A tier Evo. But you know, if you let an Evo Mortar lock on your tower, I feel like that's low. That's high key kind of your fault because it has a delay now, right? So you can easily distract it unless they have a NATO. But you also gotta avoid like the players like TG who can like, you know, hit you with like really good tornadoes when he goes to Evo Mortar. But I think otherwise it's kind of like a B tier Evo, like a really low B tier. You could put it C tier, but ooh, my hatred for Mortar. No. I'm definitely putting that card B tier. But I wouldn't be mad if you guys think Evo Mortar is a C tier card. But yeah, let's go to Evo Firecracker. Evo Firecracker got a nerf, but I think for the sake of me trying to mix up this list with top ladder and mid ladder, I think it has to be a B tier card. I think it's like I think when it shoots its sparks, its knockback against the troop or something like with its flares or sparks, it got reduced. But I still think regardless, it's still going to be a B tier Evo. I don't think a Firecracker or Mortar is a C tier Evo in my opinion. I think it could be like teetering because there are 35 Evos in the game, so those two Evos could be teetering towards like the bottom half of the I guess like my Evos, like from worst to best Evos, right? But I think just Evo Firecracker it's just too good as a card. It's just super annoying. It's only 3 elixir, and you know a nerf hog. That's all I have to say about that. And we have Evo Skeletons. Yeah, Evo Skeletons are like a D. Okay, I'll put a C tier Evo because the only reason why I'm putting a C tier is that there are so many better options to use. To like you can use other cycle options than Evo Skeletons. But like I said, if we're doing this tier list based off like Prime, oh easy S tier, like one of the best cards, one of the best evolutions of all time, right? It can be like on par with Knight, I would say. But you know, it's only used in Fan's deck. You guys don't know who Fan is. Fan is a 2.9 Loon 1 trick, but I mean, he's kind of forced to use it because I'm pretty sure you want Evo Skeletons over Evo Snowball. But I only see Evo Skeletons really used in Pigs. Not even Pigs, dude, because Pigs has Evo Cannon, Evo Ice Spirit, right? So, you know, it could be teetering towards D tier, but I think it's a C tier Evo. It's still pretty solid as an Evo, but there's better options that you guys can use. And then we have the Evo Furnace. See, I don't want to spoil anything to you guys when this video does drop, but a little bird told me that Evo Furnace might be getting a nerf sometime this week. I don't know when, but you know that's what I've heard. But yeah, that's my tier list. Let me not actually let me look through this. I think it's a pretty solid tier list. You know, I try to not be as biased as possible. Again, I tried to make it to where like this tier list is kind of majority based off top ladder because you know that's all I do, right? Is I play top ladder on stream and for my videos. But I try to mix in like some like experiences with mid ladder, right? So I think it's a pretty good tier list. Let me know how you guys think I did. And I try to be as like not biased as possible, but I think overall this is much better than like my last tier list. But if you guys want me to do a videos, oh, okay, what did I just do? Oh yeah, but if you guys want me to do videos, like you know, ranking all the cards from worst to best, maybe I can do that. Or if you guys like want, I don't know, ranking the evolutions worst to best, or maybe like a YouTuber tier list again. But I said I'm on the grind to 100k subs. If you guys enjoyed, like I said, I'm just doing these different type of videos and seeing like what's good. Maybe I can like improve like my editing for like these tier lists because like I've seen like different forms of like how streamers do, but I might try Boss's way because I think Boss is like kind of easiest way for me to set this up and stuff. But yeah, looks like this video is gonna be 30 almost basically 34 minutes long. But yeah, hopefully you guys really enjoyed. Again, let me know how you guys think I did. I think this is honestly this is a pretty solid tier list in my opinion. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed. And yeah, it's been Baby Nate or Kotori or Nate. Oh, that little luminary kid's gonna. That guy's such a bum, dude. Boosted mortar bum and stalkers off T. All right. Anyways, it's been Nate, and yeah, I love you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Wait, did I already say that? Oh, whatever. It's been Nate, and peace out. I have the worst outros of all time, dude. Like, I really do.